Hi, J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jackson. We are at 58391 110th Street. This is southwest Jacksonville, down kind of towards Orange Park. Got some fighter jets blowing by us here, so it's a little loud. Sorry about that. In any case, we're going to be taking first a look around the outside of the property so you get to see what the yard looks like, how big it is, what kind of condition it's in, and also just a quick glance at the street each way so you have kind of a better look at what the neighborhood looks like, so you can see kind of what your neighbors are. I don't see too much trash on the ground here. I don't see a lot of rundown properties, boards in the windows, that kind of thing. So actually feel pretty good about this particular neighborhood as far as that goes. But let's take a look at the back of the house, and then we'll finish our walk around. The front of the house, first off, this is a slab property, concrete block on a slab. And in many ways, that's really what you want, because less chance of problems with termites, although it's still possible. Less chance of other issues regarding subfloors and the support beams that can happen underneath the house. Much less susceptible to damage from flooding when you've got a slab. But there are some things that I'm noticing here while I'm looking at the outside. First is that we've got a little bit of some open space here in the soffits underneath the front porch. I'm not sure exactly why that's open, but really that should be sealed up. The soffits along the edge here look like recently they've had some work done. I say that because of this kind of pinkish colored strip. Also, there's some caulk here that's been cracked, and it makes me wonder if there's recently been some damage underneath the roof. Now, the roof does not look new. It looks like maybe an older roof, but I could be wrong about that. It's hard to see it actually from here, but when I was back at the street, I could see it a little bit better. We'll get there. Another thing I noticed here is the edge of this sheet that the roof is on is raw plywood. It's not covered. There should be some kind of a metal flange that covers that up so that when the rain runs down off of this corner, it does not run onto that piece of wood and cause it to rot out. Something similar here too on this side, where that edge is fully exposed, and rather than having a piece of trim, metal trim there to protect the edge of that, it's just been painted, and that's really not enough. The soffits here are beveled in. I don't understand the reason for that. We've got this brown color, once again, it's more brown, I guess, than pink. This brown color along the edge, some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of a mud texture or something to kind of cover that up and seal in the cracks. And that is actually okay, as long as it's done in a way that is not hiding stuff, right? That's what we care about. Anyway, let's continue on to the back of the property. I did manage to get the gate open here, and let's walk around the back. So the siding here is hardy plank siding. This is a cementous fiber board. It doesn't rot, it doesn't crack, it doesn't wear out. It lasts basically forever as long as it's installed correctly. And mostly this is installed pretty good, although I would say that really need to have some caulk and some of the edges of this, because you don't want to have bugs having access, and you don't want to have water running in there. Okay, a little exterior or window AC unit here in this window. This window looks like it is a double pane vinyl window, which is a newer kind of a window, and that's good. We like that. The hardy plank is really the right kind of siding. If you have to have any kind of a material besides the actual concrete block, this is the one that you want, because it really is going to last the longest and do you the best. Okay, so we're coming into the backyard, and we'll take a look closer to the back of the house in a minute, but let's just take a look at the size of this backyard, because actually it's got a really big backyard, including this deck with the awning that is shredded, and the pool that's in the back here. And as you can see, as we walk back, it goes a long way back to this back fence. There's a down tree here that needs to be cut up. Definitely some effort needs to be taken to get this yard back in shape in the back. and it's good sized. So the tree looks like it was a neighbor's tree and it fell down into the yard here. It just needs to be cut up. So big backyard. If that's what you want, you're definitely gonna, but it is a rectangular yard. It's not a square or a strange shape. It is a rectangular yard, which in some ways, kind of makes the mowing and maintenance a little easier, just the rectangular shape. This deck looks like it is a wood plank deck, stained wood plank deck, set basically with the wood right on the ground. That's unfortunate because anything that is wood that is set on the ground is only going to rot. And I kind of already see some warping that's happening here. You can see if you look closely at the supports that are actually underneath. Those are just sitting straight on the ground, not on any kind of concrete supports, which is really what you should have. In my opinion, this whole thing should be tipped up, cement supports put down, and then set down on the cement supports, as long as what's underneath there right now isn't already rotted beyond use, because that's a possibility. And I'm not going to walk on it to check, but that's, I think, is a definite possibility. Okay, so the back of the house, external outlet, we've got a conduit line that goes out probably to the pool for a pump or something. That would be probably what that extension is for there. We've got some cement blocks here that were, like a little deck or something, but all the weeds have grown up through it, so that all needs to be cleaned up. Over there as well, you can see if you look closely that there's a lot of cement underneath, and older too, because of the coloration, the discoloration I should say, from the wear. The AC, this is the air compressor in the back, looks like it's in good shape. The vents are undamaged for the most part. I don't see anything that would make me think that there's an issue with that. Although this is wrapped in duct tape, it should be wrapped in something else. At least it has insulation on it, and the cutoff switch there on the outside as well. More windows. Once again, look like vinyl, double pane vinyl windows, which are perfect. Then go around to the side of the house here, and this whole side is concrete block, unlike the other side, except for this siding trim piece that is up closer to the roof, where we've got board and batten. The boards are not the small pieces, those are the bigger pieces, and then the battens are supposed to go over the cracks where the boards meet up. Like right here, you can kind of see that crack. Well, the board there should be actually over the top of that to seal that crack. And they did a pretty decent job of this. Over time, the boards will shrink from drying out from the weather, and then they'll kind of separate. This is not a problem, but I would say, once again, cracks like this on the exterior of your property allow things to get in, and that might be something that you just want to consider. That's really all. So it does continue around to the front, but we're not going to go that way any farther. We're going to go ahead and just head back around to the front door, and then we're going to take a look at the inside, and we'll walk through that real quick, and I'll give you all my thoughts there too. All right, and so we'll be checking the inside in just a second, and I'll talk to you then.